Shalom. I want to start by giving all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Baruch Kudash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, a great millstone for teaching us the scriptures, among other things, a salutation to Yakim across the earth for doing his work in sincerity and truth. And Shalom to the few sincere sisters who do their best to try to please Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai. So what you see here is a picture that I took from a series that I was watching, and as you look, you see who the world unknowing calls Jesus. His real name is Yahweh Shai, and they show him as a dark-skinned man. And this is a series that I watch on Netflix, and it's a Colombian series, so it's Northern Tribers who play in those series. And it's from a scene. It might be in the 16 or the 17 episode. And there you have the mother, she's praying. She's praying. But of course, you ain't supposed to have no images, of the Most High and of his son. But they show you in the series that who the world unknowing calls Jeebus, his real name is Yahweh Shai. That is talking about that is a dark-skinned man. But the only thing is, he needs to have woolly hair. But they still show you that he is very dark, as is described in the book of Revelations. I'm gonna read that in a moment. And let me first read this scripture. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse, verse 14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So this is also another sign of the end of the rulership of the so-called white man. This is showing us that Esau is going down, And of course, you had also the episode, I believe in the 80s or in the late 70s. It was Stanford and Son, I think. They also show you. They even were reading in the Bible that Yahushua is a dark-skinned man, So yeah, of course, they like to do those things, but nevertheless, it's beautiful still to see it, because this is also a series, it's a Colombian series, but it's gonna be shown all over the world. And nevertheless, people are waking up. Our people are waking up all over the world. More and more camps. Different countries. We got a brother in Australia. We got our brothers in Italy. We got our brothers in Germany, in the UK, and America, of course. Me myself, we got a group of a lot of brothers here in Holland. Don't forget brother in is it in Sweden? No, not in Finland. So yeah, people are waking up. Our people are waking up. This is the time. This is the end game. And let me see. So let me read this first. This is the book of 2 Corinthians, chapter 13, verse 8. For we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. So even by hiding the truth, it still had to come out. Everything goes the way that the Most High pleased it. This is his movie. He decides how it goes, what will come out. It's not up to us. The Most High decides it. Yes, that's what it is. So let me go to the book of Revelations that describes how, it's a description of Yahweh Shai. I'm just gonna read it. And the Most High is also being described in the Bible, But these are things that they skip in the church, They don't read it for you. They make sure that you don't know it, That you start worshiping this white guy with the long hair, which is also against the scriptures. Don't forget, the Apostle Paul, he said it, you know. Let me see. The book of First Corinthians, I think. Let me see real quick. Yeah. Let me see. Book of First Corinthians, chapter. Yeah, this the book of First Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 14. Because if you got this Jebus character, this is dude with long hair. But what does the Bible say? This is the book of 1 Corinthians chapter 11 verse 14. Does not even nature itself teach you that if a man have long hair, it's a shame unto him? So, and don't forget, the Apostle Paul, you know, the spirit of Yahushua was dealing straight with him, you know. He was heavy in the spirit, so why would Yahushua walked on the earth, you know, going against the scriptures? That doesn't make sense, you know. And let me see, the book of Revelations. So it's the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and 1. The revelation of Yahweh Shai, which Yahweh gave unto him to show unto his servants things which must shortly come to pass, and he sent and sanctified it by his angel unto his servant John, the Revelator. So then I jumped to the verse 10. I was in the spirit on the Lord's day, and I heard behind me a great voice as of a trumpet. So he heard a loud voice behind him, saying, I am Alpha and Omega, the first and the last, so the beginning and the end. And what thou seest, write in the book and send it unto the seven churches which are in Asia, unto Ephesus, and unto Smyrna, and unto Pergamos, and unto Thyatira, and unto Sardis, and Philadelphia, and unto Laodicea. And those seven churches, they were in the area where Turkey is nowadays. And I turned to see the voice that spake with me, and being turned, I saw the seven golden sticks. So that's so those seven golden candlesticks, they represent the seven churches. And in the midst of the seven candlesticks, one like unto the Son of Man, clothed with a garment down to the foot. So Yahushua was wearing a garment down to his foot, and girded about the paps with a golden girdle. His head and his hair were white like wool, as white as snow, and his eyes were as a flame of fire, and his feet like unto fine brass. So you already know that brass is brown, you know. And and his feet like unto fine brass, as if they burned in a furnace, and his voice as the sound of many waters. So it's talking about that his skin is very dark. And if you see this picture right here, it shows you that he's very dark, you know. You know, they don't really portray his hair, you know, like how he is described, because he had white woolly hair. You know, his hair was white from the stress. You know, but you see him with a beard, which is beautiful. You know. So and I said that Yahweh, the Most High Yahweh, is also being described in the Bible. You know, I'm gonna jump to that. So this is the book of Daniel, chapter 7, verse 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancients of days, so that's talking about the Most High, did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. So he had the woolly hair, and his throne was like the fiery flame. So that's talking about the chariots, and his wheels as burning fire. A fiery stream issued and came forth from behind him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 1,000 times 1,000 stood before him. So, how you say that? The judgment was set, and the books were opened. So, the Most High Yahweh, he's the agent of time. You know, he's beyond time. You know, he is. His name means literally, the name Yahweh literally means he is, you know. Yeah. And Yahushua is the beginning and the end. So yeah, I just want to make a short video. I saw this in the series, and I was like, hey, that's beautiful, man. Let me take a picture of it. So I took a picture of it, and yeah, I was like, yeah, I showed it to the Aki. I'm like, yes, you see what they're doing in the series. But there are many series, because there was also another series. I believe the name is Mo or something. It's also on Netflix, and in that series, you had this small head dude, and he's talking with an Ishmaelite dude, and he said something to him, and this small head, the small head, the Amalekite, he said like it's anti-Semitic what you're saying, and then he said, how can I be anti-Semitic? I'm Semitic too. He said, how can I be against myself? And it's funny because one of the brothers always used to say that, how can I be against myself? And it's the same thing that and it's funny that I saw it in a thing. I'm like, yeah, because they know it, but still they want to play that card. But yeah, you know they only can go so far. The end is near. It's already been set. The boundary has already been set. It's a matter of time. I have to think about a song from I say that from an old movie. And, was it, Deja Vu is the name of the movie. I think. I'm not sure. It's with Denzel Washington. And then this dude, he dies, and then his spirit jumps from people to people, and at the end it goes to a cat, and he sings that song like time is on my side. Yes, it is, and that's really, man, patience, man, patience. He did endure to the end. The same shall be saved, and we are close to the end, man. Very close, closer than we believe, man. So this is the book of Job, chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determinant, seeing his days are determinant, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. So, this so-called white man, these elites who are controlling the world right now, they think they can do whatever they want. No, they only can do what the Most High allows them to do. They can only take it that far as the Most High allows them to take it. You know? So yeah. Wait a minute, let me see, because then I have to think about this scripture. Let me see. Yeah, so this is the book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matters by the degree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and given it to whosoever he will, and set it up over it the basis of men. So these so-called white people are in rulership, but the Most High did it. We didn't want to listen, and that's why we're in this situation. But things are about to change, man. We're very close to the end. It's beautiful. Just see all these things that are going on, man. With the C19, they playing the same thing. They play the same game again. Now they're talking again. That is, all to the war. And they already said it in the summer. I did a video about it. You know, in that period. But yeah, my channel got exterminated. So yeah, that video is also gone. But then I already went into it. So they're talking about that pulp that they use to make the toilet paper. And don't think it's only toilet paper, because people be jumping on toilet paper. My mother, she went out to do some groceries, and she said there was no toilet paper in the supermarket. So people are jumping on it. But you gotta, there's not only toilet papers. Also, you got your paper towels. Your tissues. So, and people be jumping on toilet paper. It's real funny, because they also did it during the C19. Stroller. Instead of you buying food. Lockdowns coming and shit. Instead of you buying food so that you can continue, no, you're buying toilet paper. You're gonna eat that. People are stupid, man. They're real stupid. No, they don't buy no water. They don't buy no food. No, they buy toilet paper. But yeah, that's it, you know. That's it. That's what they do. So yeah, I'm just gonna leave it like that. Just wanted to make a short video. You know, I saw this in the series and I thought, yeah, that's very beautiful because it's also a sign of the end. You know, it's showing us that the end is near. Because can you imagine that something like this, that they could put this in the movie? Because you see it multiple times. You know, like in the series, or is it Living Color? I think it's Living Color, name of that series. And in that series, you only see it one time. You know, but in this series, this episode, you saw it multiple times, and I was like, hey man, I need to take a picture of it. You know. So yeah, with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahushai, Waharuka Kudash, a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, salutation to all Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and the truth. So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.